There's never been an institute of this kind on the African continent.
What's really important is to be training people at the cutting edge.
And we want to make sure that the courses and the skills that they're actually learning are relevant.
There is not another program in South Africa that does it.
Which I think is ultimately the selling point.
It's the African Institute
for Financial Markets
and Risk Management.
I was among the 3 people
In a car park,
parking lot.
standing in a parking lot in Johannesburg,
trying to think of a different way to bring quality students into the financial marketplace.
and we cooked up the idea.
Why don't we look at something really big? And the idea of an institute came up. It's a professional institute. We're creating professionals. But what really makes it unusual is the amount of interaction that we have with the financial services sector. Because it's donor funded and because they saw the need for the institute at the same time as we were thinking about doing it, their level of interaction and their level of investment in what we're doing is extremely high.
It's an opportunity for the financial industry to actually be able to dictate to a level which we can't currently do the sorts of training that we want people to have.
Historically, if you were a South African student who was interested in that kind of training, you would have had to go to Europe or North America or Australia.
I am drawn by both worlds, both industry and academia, and the Institute provides this unique opportunity where I can actually be involved in both.
The interaction with the industry brings research problems. We discuss our research with them, they discuss their research with us. We can connect things and just make it a really inspirational and a holistic environment.
The program exposed me to a lot of industry professionals whilst I was still doing it, and I found that useful when I entered the workforce.
Very often what happens here seems to be an isolated thing. We teach theory.
What's not taught is the skills that I actually think that you need the first day that you walk into that first job.
Compared to the other graduates, when I entered the workforce, I felt like I was better prepared to do the work because of the practical applications that the program emphasizes.
And we wanted a transformational program because clearly at the moment, if we look at our companies, it's definitely not diversified.
We have the ability to bring in previously disadvantaged students. We have the funding available to actually support them.
One of the great strengths that we have is the ability to offer professional master's degrees.
There is one main pillar to the academic education, which is the mathematical finance degree. That has a very good reputation in the industry and it serves a huge purpose.
In the teaching environment, what the student can anticipate,
You come to work at 8 o'clock in the morning
it's extremely intense.
and you slog hard.
What they can expect is to be inspired.
A student gets a very broad picture of the world that they're about to enter into.
They can expect, therefore, to be in very high demand from employers.
And the vision is to have a national impact, a continental impact, and eventually an international impact.
If we can get all of those things right, then we've pretty much aced it.